Deep breath. The story is reality. Reality is enlightenment. Enlightenment isn't personal, it's inside out. Enlightenment is upside down. It's a downward dog, as Patanjali would say. It's Shavasana, relax. Take a deep breath. Take the space, it's yours. You got all the time in the world in this story, my perfect audience. We're talking Yibanish up in here and Esperanto. Dayenu. Baruch Hashem. How else could you do it with the cryosphere collapsing like it is? Eskimos, they was the first one to have lots of names, calling names to snowflakes. But it was a different kind of thing back in the day. It was kind of old school. Take a deep breath. Us Lamed Vavniks, we understand the snowflake thunder tellers, the shaman. Black Elk speaks. Crazy Horse dreams the American dream in the erogenous zone. And esoterica, you wonder, it's a super orgasmic, socialist ghost species that we are. In the Oxid Ocean, we have a certain vasopresence. Reversing the curse, flipping the script, bow socks, curse of the Bambino. It's interspecies Menschlichkeit. Us 36 apologize to the Holocene and the cohort of Holocenic species. And the ocean species that's been used to the same old pH for 30 million, maybe 50 million years. That'll all change by the end of this situation. Y22C. We'll have a corallus sea. And we'll have all them methane hydrates. Maybe popping from the mounds they call pingos. Popping and becoming craters of permafrost, of methane releasing into the atmosphere. How do you make sense out of all that? It's Trump time, it's a nightmare. In the orbit of the Coke 1%, master narrative, official story, Yibanish transliteration. The Vestites are virtual. And reality is asymmetric. That's how we got matter, it turns out. 1,000,000,001 electrons for every 1,000,000,000 positrons. It was an upheaval, Knievel. And you'd be naive to believe anything else. QED. There's a spiritual synesthesis going on. What if enlightenment let everything go? And what if it wasn't personal, anatta, anicca? but most especially the dukkha of democracy depraved by doctrines of discovery and corporate personhood and Hobby Lobby religiosity and crime against humanity, climate Scientology and its Paris désaccord. I got the muscle memories to prove that enlightenment is facilitated by eusocial super orgasm. Take your time, but don't take it for granted. Time flows from the cold spots in the super void of the CMB. And you've got n factorial olfactorials because the shapists are wrong. There's a spectroscope in your nose, or so the newest theory says. I and I re, is a synecdoche, a syzygy, a synchronicity. That's what us 36 say about the muscle memories. Us eukaryotic semi-sapients are all traumatized, especially in Trump time. It's like being on the swing in swing time, ragtime, doctoro, E-L. You take a deep breath, you pump on the swing, and when you're a toddler, that's the first time when your mom lets go and you pump with your legs and you think you can go high into the sky. It never gets bigger than that. You take a deep breath, you got bigger fish to freeze fry and pheromones in the Oxid Ocean. You take a deep breath, you leave something to be desired in the tantric healing, body, brain, bone, blood, effin', frackin', funny, frickin' story. You take a deep breath, let it go, my perfect audience. You ask the guru within. And what's big is big, and what's little is little. And give me the desiderata to know the difference. What you leave go and what you hold on to. You don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all about frames. Frozen, meta-framed, reframing Shavasana, rest for the Akashic records. We 36 are selfless conduits, channels for Ramdas on the creative connectome, and Neem Karoli Baba. Yibanish is Menschlichkeit, bird by bird in the Mamaloshan. And then there's Botticelli and the hyper hubris of the Bostrom strong, the Peter principled, the thoracic teleology. You take a deep breath. You got all the time in the world to lubricate levels. That's the good news, the gospel truth. And it comes while I lick you inside you, babe. It's free. and easy peasy. And the letter is scarlet, and you reiterate your vibrations, oscillations, frequencies. Look it in the eye, how it is. At the beginning, self-knowledge is all bad news. You find out you weren't who you thought you was. But if you persist circling around the stupa clockwise, eventually you come to your daddy and mommy and you work it out, the edibles. And the edibles, and you eat what you kill, and you practice intention and intuition as if you could extend the super orgasm from 90 seconds to 90 minutes. Oh, oh, oh. I feel it coming on. It's a second coming. It's HSAM. It's NDE, it's PTSD, it's IRE, TPP, Tantric Practice Partnership. I'm just telling you the breathtaking truth. BFFs, perfect audience, neophytes in the narcissistic personality disordered celebrity culture. It's reciprocal, it's relativistic, it's Gödelian, it's Heisenbergian. Oh, oh, oh. Sauter, reculer pour sauter. You take your quantum leap, you give it your best shot. Schwarzer, please. Adjust the feng shui and the kundalini, because it's all rising with the sea. And it's coloring your Carillion aura. Picture that. How you pixelate the AI in Bostrom Strong. The massacre continues in Gaza, in Flint, in Yemen. With 2020 hypo hindsight, you see all them crimes against humanity. You wonder, how did this happen? The Coke 1% master narrative official story. It's a guided meditation. It's Frankensteinian healthcare as presented by Mitch McConnell and Paul Ryan and the Rhino Conservatives. You got a pun. Bien entendre. Bien entendu. All the time in the world you got. That's the neuromnemonic. It reminds you what you forget. That enlightenment is reality, and that's the story. Full stop, full spectrum enlightenment. You take a deep breath, you step up, you show up. You don't phone it in or punt it on. You get a 900 number and you do the phone sex and the pussy grabbing and become precedent. Herbie for precedent. In our herbal administration at the alchemistic shul and shula, we learn what we need to teach and teach what we need to learn. Feel the vasopresence. My perpic, pupic audience, listen. It's a kind of tick-borne Trumpism. It's a bedbug blowback of business as usual, highly invasive, corrupt, corrosive capitalism. There's a whole taxonomy and topography of Trump time. The nightmare continues. The day is a shape dynamic of entropy, your own thermodynamics, leaves thermites at the bottom of building 7. The miracles just keep on coming, and the conspiracy theorists would have you be vaccinated with gun-free chemicals and covalent bonds. You take a deep breath. Teach me enlightenment directly. Here now, be nowhere. Be the story. The story is reality 2.0 and its perfect pitch. It's terminal body minds. Extinction 2112 is coming. And this here, what I'm saying to you now, it's Hail Mary, it's Ribono Shel Olam, Inshallah, Oye, Mira, Basta. We're in the red zone, and this is a Hail Mary. The pebble strikes the bamboo. You take a deep breath. The nightmare continues. Trump is still precedent. He's still the prodrome to the epileptic climate Scientology. And what if the point is just this, that there's a Gulgan humor, a gallows humor, at the center of gravity, and us 36 know it's a funny story. You let go of all the unnecessary suffering. You penetrate the pain and the panic, the grief and the guilt, the pheromones and the fire and the fear, the rage. You take a deep breath. You are the shaman. It becomes you. On the eightfold origami path, you sociopath. What if you let go of what you didn't know you was holding on to? Enlightenment is easy peasy then. Don't hold the notes. There's a certain seismic syzygy that connects you up. It all falls into place. The Gestalt, the Zeitzeugen, the Schadenfreude. Here at Hamlin, at the Buddhist Baptist, artist Asperger's, home for the hospiceless. It's a non-linear journey, bird by bird. You sing the torch songs, and on the porch it's swing time for solo man. You take a deep breath in the tantric, ahimsic, akashic, artistic, shamanistic, synesthetic Sangha. There's hope for change. Inside out, upside down. Inside you, babe, I am free. Us 36, we worship in the goddess. God, the curmudgeon, the celibate God. He's mad. And well, he should be, without a partner, without a way to process all the oxytocin and the endogenous opioids, the endorphins, the vasopressin and the vasopressants. Help me, it's all Da Vinci coded. It's in the ephemeris. It's in the astrobiology. It's coded. It's Evil Knievel. So much pain and unnecessary suffering from this Frankensteinian healthcare bill that possibly will pass before the independence, the Epi-Independence Day. There's a certain anal retentivity to the rhino-conservatives relentlessly pursuing health care and voter suppression wherever they go. You go the whole 9 yards, going all the way live and on fleek. YOLO, LOL, A, B, C, D, B, above and beyond the call of duty and booty. Here we are stuck between epi-sleep and lucid dreaming. We're sleepwalking through the Holocene. The holocide is happening as we speak. We're at the G-spot of the Hansen transit transition, trance. We're in the Z-zone. So magic versus bird. Bird by bird, bit by bite, it from bit. Game 4, 1984. Inside you, babe. It's like nothing else, going all the way live up in here. You take a deep breath. You wonder, can I get this up and keep it up? You have to ask the guru within for a win-win. Win. You lubricate the labia labally, libally, labially. It lurks and it looms. You wonder, how do I do this? When the spirit whisperers segment the silos and the stovepipes, us 36, we are the witnesses to the inner breath. We know it's not personal on the epi level of supersentience. It just ain't personal in the last refugia. Extinction 2112 is the realm of the Lamed-Vavniks. And every story in the multiverse has a rule 30 verdes. It's a wolf from Aleph Wolfware. It's all privatized, except right here on the creative common. It's common weal and woe at Lake Woe Begone. And that don't make it feel like enlightenment. You wonder, what's it like thinking out of the orgone box? And the Rubik Cube rules. How do you enforce them? And the ESP and the psychic surgery and the psychometry and the incarceration by spirit psychic surgeons. You wonder, how do I do this? Extinction 2112 is computational. You do the numbers. There's a state stasis with Stasi and COINTELPRO, and deep at Bluffdale, the metadata is mainstream and streaming live. You wonder, how did this happen? Where did we come? How are we doing? It makes you laugh, the Gulligan humor, to know that even though we're all going down together, still, it's worth it. It's worth it to be reciprocal, relational, relativistic, because one hand washes